For more from the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, Congressman Tim Burchett. Thank you, sir, for joining me tonight.
Thank you.
We hear this. We all are still kind of reeling from that original supply chain crisis. As COVID started, we saw what happened with prices there. And we know that we've got an administration that is extremely union friendly, maybe not so much for the rank and file these days. But you would have to wonder, why did this get to this point at this stage during our economic problems? And why isn't the White House trying to make this not happen?
Well, of course, they're making it happen by negotiating with the business owners instead of the union bosses. The union bosses don't necessarily represent the union members, ma'am. They identify mostly with conservative causes. I'll see those guys out hunting and fishing. I'll see them in church on Sunday, and they'll be drinking a cold beer every Saturday night, and that's all right. But the truth is that these bosses are in bed with the Harris-Biden administration. They look down upon primarily anybody but themselves, but this elite class, and they currently don't represent them or their values. This whole situation could be avoided. Tennessee's a right-to-work state, but unfortunately, we don't have any ports. And these businesses are clamoring to come here, and they're paying great wages. We've got U-Haul trucks out here. They're not leaving Tennessee. They're coming in from a lot of these big blue states. And that's exactly the reason, because we don't have these disruptions. And to do it at an election year, I think the timing is crucial and it's critical, because I think it.
It seems that if it continues, clearly it's going to hurt the Biden-Harris administration. Now, unless they're going to swing in like Batman and save the day at the last minute, it's going to saddle whoever wins the election with an economy next year that many say is getting a little sketchy. But this is something that, if you really care about the American people, you're going to tell them it's in your best interest to find an agreement here.
Well, disruptions primarily favor the liberals, if they did the last time with COVID, not favoring President Trump in the conservative belief. So I firmly believe that this is something part of their strategy that they're portraying, because I
have to disagree with you, sir. I have to disagree with you a little bit in that, of course, we have a Republican president. It would hurt the sitting president. The sitting president now is Kamala Harris. She's representing the White House. She is the incumbent, and to move into November 5th with prices that go nuts again, I'm not quite sure how that benefits them. But, sir, thank you. I know we've got to see how this ends up. We're not there yet. But let's listen to this from Raimondo. She is the Commerce Secretary, and what she had to say about this a minute ago.
Where are the issues most prominent? Where have you been kind of focused and hearing on what would happen if the strike goes, let's say, longer than a week?
Again, I have not been very focused on that.
This is also part of the problem, Congressman, right? I don't know who's running the country. Nobody else knows who's running the country. She's the Commerce Secretary. She has no idea and hasn't been focused on that. What's that all about?
Well, I think they probably need to talk to the president's wife at this point of the negotiations, because honestly, ma'am, I don't think they know which ends up. And I've had her, and she's been in committees. I don't think she can pour water out of a boot if the instructions are written on the heel. She's given those kind of answers in the past as if she doesn't have anything to do with it, and that she's not at the table again. But I feel like what they're going to do again is try to blame the business community with all of this. And then in the end, I think you're correct. I think they'll swoop in like Batman and try to save the day. But I'm not so sure that the union bosses are going to go along with that. I think they're primarily fairly greedy, and their membership are kind of at the whim of them.
Yes, well, thank you, Congressman. We know that perhaps they would have an expectation of a less union-friendly, union boss-friendly administration with Trump, with a union member-friendly administration, a big difference. So thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it, sir.